I woke up the next morning cuddling with a very cute guy. He gave me a chance to show the good side of me.
To show the good side of you? There is no good side of you, Mary. You're a demon. You're a demon. Hey, how's it going, friends? It's your boy, RobertIDK here, back on another track. We are going to be going on another epic adventure today, you guys. And when I say epic, I mean Infinity War. Nothing compared to this. Endgame, nothing compared to this. We are gonna be looking at another animated story on none other than My Story Animated. Who would have thought? I did one of these with my friend Gloom recently, and you guys seem to really like it, especially since you guys started isolating yourselves. Here's the graph for that video. Here's the views over like the first few weeks, and then here's the views from the last week. So I should probably do another one. And we're going to. My Story Animated is a channel where people go and they submit their crazy life stories, and then they get animated and turned into a little movie for us to watch. And you know what's better than just watching them? Watching them with your good pal, RobertIDK. This week's story is what I did in my BFF bedroom got on camera. Oh, they're just in their BFF's bedroom. What are they doing? You know, probably trading Pokemon cards. They're probably playing Nintendo Switch. They're probably watching RobertIDK. But if it was something as simple and fun and happy as that, there probably wouldn't be a story about it, honestly. So let's check it out, guys. We're going on an adventure. Let's go.
Hello, my name is Mary.
Hi, Mary.
Today I will share a story with you about how the most important thing to me was stolen. My phone.
Another one of these millennials, let me tell you, always on the cell phone. You know, back in my day, we watched RobertIDK on a newspaper. We weren't always on our phones. Okay, I'm just kidding, let's go.
I know you might be thinking, I'm a diva who can't live without her precious phone, but let me assure you that that's not the case.
That's exactly what I just said. Well, you know, maybe we shouldn't be so quick to judge. I apologize, Mary.
A few years ago, I lost both of my parents.
Oh my God. That's what they do. That's what they do. They make fun of the person, and then they make you feel guilty literally 2 seconds later. Guys, I didn't know. I haven't seen this. I'm sorry, Mary.
It happened on our way to my 18th birthday party. My mom had bought me balloons, and when I slightly opened the window, the wind carried the balloon right into my dad's face. My dad couldn't see the road clearly, and that's what caused the accident.
Oh my gosh! You killed your parents! That's horrible! This Harry Potter looking at, are you Harry Potter or something?
I had turned 18 before my parents passed away, so I had no other option but to live all by myself. I still went to school because I had a
True, I totally forgot that was a thing. You don't legally have to have a guardian once you're 18. Me, I was raised by wolves, so I've always kind of been doing my own thing. This is a picture of my dad, Grimpus von Wolf. He raised me.
Things were getting pretty tough because I was completely broke. What about my parents' money?
Same. I'm also broke, but you know, merch link in bio if you want to help me not be broke. Thank you. You guys, I love you so much.
Everything was transferred to the other family that was involved in the accident. You see, on top of dealing with my grief, the family whose car had crashed in the accident sued me for damages.
Good call.
And I ended up paying them compensation money after signing a settlement contract.
Good call.
Because Dad did not have car insurance.
Okay, this is a Geico ad. I know the Geico gecko is gonna just come out and they're gonna be like, they could have saved a lot of money by switching to Geico. I'm on to you, Geico. Also, sorry guys, I'm talking way too much. I need to let this play a little bit more. We're only 1 minute into the video, so I'm gonna try and shut up a little bit more.
Thankfully, I still owned our house and didn't have to pay any rent. But I realized
That's fantastic.
I had to find a job to keep food on my table. I applied at every place I knew, but they only needed full-time workers. I tried everywhere, malls, streets, restaurants, but no one accepted me for a job. One day,
probably because you're a murderer.
I was walking home from school, and I felt really hungry, so I went into a convenience store to buy some food. As I started eating, I heard the boss yelling at the worker, and then she fired her.
That's what you get when you don't hit the bell icon on RobertIDK! Hey, well, you know, she had it coming.
And that's how I started my first job. I was happy at first, but I realized later that my salary only covered the food and basic expenses. And on top of that, I had no time left to study.
Welcome to the working world, Mary. You think I have time? I have a full-time job on top of this, you guys. You think I have time to go to the disco ball every Saturday night like you do, Mary?
I also wore my dead mother's clothes because I literally had no money.
Oh my God.
One day at school, the teacher gave us a group assignment to work on, and I ended up in a group of 5. We decided that each time we'll meet at a different house.
Let's split up, gang. Yo, we got Fred from Scooby-Doo over here. Shaggy and Scooby, you go check the closets.
Her parents were so rich.
Well, this person's gonna clearly become the BFF. And here's how she loses her phone. She takes photos of all the expensive stuff and sells them online. I don't know why anyone would buy photos of expensive stuff. I don't know. We'll see where this goes. I actually have no prediction, but I know that's gonna be the best friend, the BFF.
As we were walking up to Sarah's room, I was so curious about the place, but too shy to ask for a house tour.
You want to see a house tour? Check out my old house tour from my last house that I don't currently live in, but it's a funny video.
So when everyone was working on the school project, I said that I needed to use the bathroom and left her room. No one seemed to bother.
Give yourself a tour?
I started to explore the house. There were so many rooms.
This is straight out of Scooby-Doo. Look at this. This is a Scooby-Doo Velma origin story that we're watching right now. Wait, you're gonna see them. You're gonna see them just start coming out of every door in random orders.
When I walked into her parents' bedroom, I saw a paper on the side of the bed and saw a blank document with a username and password on it.
Yo.
I couldn't stop myself. I snapped a photo of it. I really needed the money. I was shaking, but excited at the same time.
Hey, I mean, though, it's important to get the Wi-Fi when you go to your friend's place. Where I live in Los Angeles, for some reason, I get like no service where I live. It's actually really bad. Like Wi-Fi is crucial where I live. It's really annoying because in Canada, I had very good service, but here, I don't.
If I take a few $1,000s, no one will notice.
Wait, how does she know this is a banking info? No one just writes out their banking info and just puts it on their night table. Listen, if these parents actually did this, they deserve to get stolen from.
When I got home, I decided to try and transfer the money to a post office near me. And guess what? It worked. First, I transferred $1,000. Then I waited a week and decided to see if anyone would notice anything.
Oh, I mean, a measly grand. I mean, yeah, I would never notice that if I lost $1,000. Like, I spent $1,000 on pizza, a pizza party. I lift my hand and it cost $1,000. I mean, I wouldn't notice that.
I became close friends with Sarah just to make sure I know if anyone notices the missing money.
BFFs?
2 weeks passed, but no one noticed anything.
Why would she mention that to her school project group? If my parents lost money randomly, I'm not gonna be like, oh, hey, the answer to 1B, it's 7. Oh, by the way, my parents lost $1,000.
I took $2,000 this time, and once again,
she's playing with fire.
No one noticed. I started taking a few $1,000s on a regular basis, and soon enough, I was able to afford a new car. So I got myself a fancy pink car.
What? Are you kidding me? A Lamborghini. Really? Okay, I have no respect for this Mary character. Not only did you kill your parents, not only are you stealing, but your first car's a Lamborghini. Yeah, that's necessary. That's really smart budgeting. Most people who know what being poor feels like are not going to buy a Lamborghini the first thing when they get money. They're gonna be smart about their money. They're gonna make sure they have enough food and water. They're gonna like set themselves up for the future. I don't like Mary. I'm sorry, Mary. I don't like you.
A while later, we had another meeting for our school project, but this time we met at Jackie's house.
Oh, by the way, Mary, you don't have a job. Why are you driving a Lamborghini? By any chance? I just noticed you happen to drive a Lamborghini to our group meetings all of a sudden. You always talked about how, you know, your parents were dead and you had no money or no job. Where'd the Lamborghini come from, Mary?
I would have never thought that Jackie was from a rich family as well. She looks like a very simple girl. I felt like it was a call from God to take another house tour by myself.
It's not a call! No, it's not!
I couldn't believe my eyes. On the kitchen's table here was cash, and once again, a credit number with passwords. Who keeps their passwords on the table like that?
That's what I said. These people, okay, no, I hate everyone in this story. As usual, I literally hate everyone in this story. People who are stupid enough to leave their credit card info on a table. People who steal. I think the only person I like so far in this story is Fred from Scooby-Doo. He's the only person who hasn't let me down so far.
I couldn't believe how stupid rich people were. I snapped a picture of the passwords and took the cash they left. $700 in cash. What? This time I stayed to avoid looking suspicious. And suddenly, as we were working on the project, Jaden asked, "Where do you get all your money from, Mary? Even my parents can't afford to buy me a brand new car like yours." I answered with a shaky voice that my parents had left me all they had, and that I had decided to enjoy spending it to get my mind off what happened.
Okay, that's a decent excuse, but it doesn't excuse you from buying a Lamborghini as opposed to like any other like reasonable car to purchase, you know?
They all looked at me and smiled, and we continued working on the project.
Fred looks troubled.
When I got home, I transferred myself some more money to the same nameless post office account. I kept doing that for a while, and I got so rich that I didn't even need my diploma anymore.
Yeah, how long is this school project? How long is this going on for? Yeah, just dip. Well, actually, no, that would be very suspicious if you like suddenly disappeared. Never mind, I'm dumb.
One evening, Jaden, Sarah, Melissa, and I went to a party their mutual friend was throwing. And I have to tell you, we had so much fun. Loud music, drinks, hot guys, and...
What? I wasn't there. What do you...
Hot guys.
I wasn't there, Mary. You must be... I don't know.
I was so excited that I finally felt some hope in life since my parents' death. I woke up the next morning cuddling with a very cute guy.
What the heck? What the heck? Mary, what did you do? Whatever you did, I sure hope it didn't get caught on camera, you know what I'm saying? What's Bradley doing here?
I got up and there were people sleeping everywhere, and I realized how precious the years of youth were. I left my phone number written on the guy's hand and got up and left. But when I arrived home, I realized my phone wasn't on me. I rushed back to the party house and looked everywhere, but I couldn't find anything.
That's what you get.
That handsome guy woke up and saw me panicking. "Where were you, beautiful? I've been looking for you, and all you left me is a phone number."
Bruh.
I wonder how we're gonna do that. Are we gonna maybe call the number that got written down?
"Sorry, I need to find my phone. It's an emergency," I replied. I was checking everywhere, but nothing. Literally nothing.
You get nothing! You understand me? Nothing!
That handsome guy said he'll call my phone so that we can hear where it is.
Jesse!
But my phone was turned off. I knew something was weird because my battery is always full.
Oh, you have magic powers. Your phone's always full. Really? It's always at a full charge. Yeah, that sounds plausible, Mary. Now you're just making stuff up. I'm on to you, Mary. I'm on to your lies.
You sit on a throne of lies.
I started panicking and couldn't breathe properly. I told him to do me a favor and call the guests one by one. "Relax, it's just a phone and you have enough money to buy another one," he said. No, I need this one. If I don't get it back, my life will turn into hell."
Actually, though, why? Does she not keep the username and password? You'd think she'd memorize the username and password if that's like literally her entire livelihood. Just a thought, Mary. Maybe if there's literally one series of numbers and letters that makes up for your entire income, maybe you should remember it. You know, maybe that's more important than the phone number. Mary.
I made an announcement that whoever gives me back my phone will get $10,000.
Yo, Mr. Beast, find my phone challenge, baby. Yo, Mr. Beast, I'm sorry. I keep coming up with great video ideas for you. You owe me. Toss me $2,000 for these ideas. I'm giving you viral ideas, Mr. Beast. Toss me a cold milli.
When Jaden, Sarah, and Melissa woke up, they started searching with me. They tried to calm me down by telling me that I can easily afford a new one. I knew everyone thought that I was behaving in a weird way. It was just an old phone after all. So I went home and cried my eyes out of fear and guilt. If anyone finds out about that stolen money, I will end up in jail.
Yep, makes sense.
I bought myself a new phone and decided to try and forget about the phone. Hopefully the person who stole it will fail to open it and just throw it away. But then it hit me. Not only had I lost the phone, but I lost the money too.
Wait, wasn't that the whole concern to begin with? Wasn't that literally the reason we were upset? Were we just upset about the phone for sentimental value? Because you got it from your parents? The money, Skylar! Where's the money?
Where is the money? Jesse!
Where will I get money from now, since all the account info and passwords were in it? I decided to visit my rich friends again, hoping that I might find some money here and there. I went back to Sarah's house. I pretended to feel dizzy so that she'd let me stay over, and that's what happened. I stayed over at her house. We watched a movie and painted our nails, and then Sarah fell asleep.
Okay, here we go. Are we ready for literally what the title of the video is about? This is it, you guys. What I did in my BFF bedroom. She's in her BFF bedroom. It's going down.
And went to her parents' room. Her parents were deep asleep, so I sneaked in quietly, and I managed to get to her father's side of the bed where I found that paper that I saw earlier. I took a picture
and
of
a key
it
as
and went
well.
back to
It's too
sleep.
perfect.
The next morning, I woke up to a loud sound of sirens. I was so confused when I realized it's the police. The sound was so close to Sarah's house that it started to freak me out. The police walked in and dragged me right out of bed. What's happening, Sarah?
That's what you get. That's what you get. Mary, you played with the bull, you got the horns. You know that those parents were looking at their credit card statements, waiting for something to slip up. And guess what you just did? You slipped up. Because guess what? Obviously, if someone's getting robbed, they're gonna put cameras in their house, Mary. They're gonna put cameras in their house.
We didn't need to buy a hat.
Come on, be smarter, Mary. Be better. You should know this. But that's what happens. Criminals are dumb. Because if you weren't dumb, you wouldn't have to be a criminal. Cold, hard truth, Mary.
I asked her as the police were walking me out, telling me I was under arrest for robbing 2 families. I saw Jaden and his family standing there.
What the heck, Shaggy and Scooby? We told you to check the closets. What is this? Shaggy, Scooby, you're out of the gang.
Jaden had my old phone in his hand. Looking for this? He asked. I was so terrified that I couldn't speak or cry. My life was ruined. They had known
You ruined your own life, Mary.
They had known all along that I stole their money, so they kept putting the passwords right in front of me as a trap to catch footage of me stealing the money. They also had hidden cameras everywhere after the first time I stole. The officers took me to the police station and told me I have the right to get a lawyer, but I had no idea what to do next.
And you had no money to get that lawyer, baby, because all that money got repossessed. That's what happens. Realistically, though, the first time they catch someone stealing, they're going to arrest them that time. They're not going to wait months and see if they, gradually steal $1 million. Mary, I hope you enjoy your just desserts. I hope they taste like chocolate.
I'd like to buy all your chocolate.
I got a lawyer and told him everything I went through.
Then I married the
He
lawyer.
felt sorry
The end.
for me and tried to get me a reduced sentence. And he said while I'm in jail, he'll try to win back the money I lost after my parents' death. He explained that if he was my lawyer back then, none of this would have happened. Also, that my parents' accident was not my fault and I shouldn't have paid anything for it. I spent a few years in prison.
Good.
And my lawyer visited me on a regular basis. He brought me homemade food his mother prepared, and I started to have feelings for him. In a dark world where I have no one left and where everyone hates me, he gave me a chance to show the good side of me. Every day in prison.
To show the good side of you. There is no good side of you, Mary. You're a demon.
You're a demon.
Every day in prison, I waited for Thursday to come so he can visit me. And he did not miss a day. He always came to cheer me up with good news. I'm 24 now, and I live with this amazing person who got me out of my mess. His name is Jacob, and now we're married. I didn't get my diploma after all, but at least I got a warm home. We moved town so I can start a new life there. Jaden and Sarah's families got all their money back.
Good.
And I got mine back. The prison was not a fun experience, and I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy. But I'm glad it's all over now, and I can live happily ever after with my Prince Charming. What do you think of my story? Please share your comments.
I think
below
you're
and don't
horrible.
forget to
I think you're horrible, Mary. That's what I think of your story. The only thing she deserved in this story was going to jail. Listen, anyone can be a good person when you give them free money. That lawyer That lawyer, what the heck? She did not deserve for that lawyer to be nice to her and give her a new life. This channel does a really good job at making me hate people. This all could be avoided if just A, don't have a giant thing of balloons in your parents' car. That's lesson number 1. Lesson number 2 is don't steal, you guys. Don't steal. Please. Please, guys. Listen, working isn't always fun. I know how it feels. I worked in a factory. I did 12-hour night shifts and I did it, okay? But earning your money feels so much better. You know what would probably feel horrible? Knowing that your money is stolen and constantly having to worry about getting caught. That probably feels horrible. So don't steal, you guys. Thank you. Gosh, get this Heathen off my screen. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you want to see another story thing like this. Check out this video, check out that video. I love you guys. If you want to get some merch, link down below. If you want to get a personal little video, my Cameo link is in the description. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching and have a good one.
Jesse!